Hello, how are you? Hoping you're feeling your power, your blessings. Hope you got your vibe up because it blesses your whole tribe. And I just want to do some more readings today. And I got it hard on my heart, strong in my vibe to do a Tetraktys spread for us. And as I was preparing to do this spread, the movie Cloud Atlas came to mind. It stars Tom Hanks and Halle Berry. It accompanies them through different points in time and different ways that they evolve this experience. And I'm really resonant with the lady. I can't remember her name, but she is the Asian lady who is actually a clone. And there's a falling out of humanity as she's recording these videos to help bring in the consciousness of connection, of love, of humanity to one another, of consideration for one another and oneself, yes, but also, how we treat one another and such. So if you have some time, which I bet you do, got some time, Cloud Atlas would be a very empowering movie to watch, to get an idea of the energy that humanity is dealing with right now. These are the times that we're living in. So those who are angels, it's time to stand up. Those who are light workers, it's time to stand up. Those who are healers, it's time to stand up. If you are an angel, a light worker, or a healer, you have been an angel to yourself. You have found the light within yourself, and you have worked that thing, and you have healed yourself, and now you can do it for the rest. So we're going to use the Caroline Mize archetype deck, archetype cards, as well as John Holland's Psychic Tarot for the Heart. The Tetraktys spread is a 10-card spread. I'm going to lay the cards stacked from both of these decks just to pull as much information as possible for us in this. We're going to talk about a lot of things in this reading here. So keep your vibe up. Make sure you're taking care of number one, because if one ain't taken care of, 2 and 3 and 4 and all the rest won't even come. So let's see what these energies have to say for us today with this Tetraktys spread. I can't remember the last time I did the Tetraktys spread, so I'm really excited to find out what is going to come out of this reading. So in the first position from the archetype cards, the archetype that's coming up as far as the creative force, the fire. This is a position of fire. So this is a creative force. This is determination. This is will. This is ambition. This is the way in which we're moving. We have warrior. Whoa, we have light warriors. It's time to go to battle. Spiritual warrior, stand up. Time to rise up. So Scott, why is this warrior card here as far as the fire energy for the collective at this time? Why is this here? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And it's being combined with the sacral chakra. Wow. So this is saying, you're putting your skills, your strength, your discipline, your toughness of will, your heroism, your stoicism, and your self-sacrifices in conquering the ego in order to accomplish the goals that you want. There are desires that need to be met, and folks' desires need to be met. And some of these desires are just basic needs to survive. But I feel like people are really putting their energy at this time with this combination here to moving in the direction unapologetically, fearlessly, warrior stance, buffalo stance type energy into getting things accomplished. Let's look at the air position, and air being our plans, our strategies, the thoughts that we're having, the things on our mind, the concerns, the goals. We have magical child, the child magical. This is a rare archetype because this is somebody who is very connected to source, who looks for source to step up and fill in the blanks, who just knows that everything kind of flows and works out for them. And this is what is on the collective mind at the time. This is the air energy. This is what's in the air. People are being encouraged to trust, to have faith, to look at the positive and magical side of life at this time. And this is being clarified by just breathe. This is a card of meditation, Four of Swords energy. There's a period of rest and recuperation going on right now. Rest from what? A mental rest, taking a break from the society stress of day-to-day life, making things happen, going to work, being faced with all the stuff outside. Now is also the time where a lot of people are in the phase of needing to really do some meditation and some centering activities so that they can be more in tune with that beautiful place of thought. Because the Hermetic principles, the Kabbalistic Hermetic principles, the esoteric truths, the laws of how things work on this planet is the first rule is all is mind and mind is all. So even in the Bible, it talked about, you know, in the beginning was the word, and with the word, God created all things. And so that all comes from the mind. Your words start in your thoughts. And so everything comes from the mind. So this is about using your mind, your soul connection to be able to visualize a beautiful outcome. So there's a tower moment going on Earth right now. There's going to be some rubble. There's going to be some debris. There's going to be some dust settling, right? But on the other side of that, as we rise again, what does that look like? Well, to me, I'm just going to put it out there. I see families more connected. I see people who are moving away from unhealthy connections and moving into more powerful connections. I see people being connected to people who they're more spiritually aligned with. I see people who are embracing their creative talents and abilities that they were born with, that they've been suppressing their whole life. I see people coming out of the box as shadows. What do you see unfolding in our society for us at this time? With the third card, we're going to talk about the element of water, and water represents that emotional base, that emotional center. So this has to do with how we're feeling and the emotional body, how we're handling, coping emotionally. The card that comes out is Destroyer. Destroyer. And there's a volcano here, volcano, showing me pressure. The volcano is showing me pressure with heat. So I feel like some people right now, with the situation going on Earth, their emotions are beginning to explode. There's some emotions that they haven't dealt with that are coming out, you know. I spoke on the show this morning, was it love mongering, hashtag love mongering, waking up feeling the energy of abandonment very strong and pervasive in us, in my environment. And so being an empath, picking that up from society and wherever it's resonant in me, that coming up from the depths of the shadows, right? And so here we have the opportunity to destroy unhealthy emotional patterns, emotional programming, and the repetitive cycles that are unhealthy. But let's go ahead and clarify this with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. The Destroyer, why is it here? Because of reach out. The Three of Pentacles is a card of building. So literally, I see here emotional restructuring. What is going on right now? Emotional restructuring. There is an emotional restructuring. What does that mean? Changing the way you perceive emotionally, changing your emotional perceptions, changing your awareness of what emotions are there for, learning. There's a mass awakening and learning that your emotions are a guidance system. They will actually point you in the direction that you really want to move in if you can tune into them and pay attention to them and let them be an energy that flows through you, not sticks to you. Some people feeling stuck because they're not allowing the energy to move through. They're holding the energy and they're sustaining it way too long, where it is constantly destroyed in the sense of it's constantly moving. It's constantly moving. It's not staying with you. But we have emotional restructuring coming out to help let people know, like some people need to learn to reach out for help. Other people need to learn that they are safe and protected and supported in this, okay? The earth element, we're talking about coping with our daily life here. We have the king. The king. The king issues a command and it is, and it becomes, and it does. The king can manifest anything Okay, this is about in your daily life, ruling in an upright way. Somebody in your circle, in your home, while y'all sitting in quarantine, somebody is in charge. Somebody is filling the leadership role. And chances are that somebody is you. And whoever this somebody is, this is about ruling in an upright way, in a benevolent way. The king has a scepter. The scepter is a symbolism of the channeling ability of receiving the divine mind and putting it into use for the people. You know, there is a hierarchy in this, not to put one person over another, but energetically, there is a hierarchy in the sense of some people's energy is much more expansive. So they're more in tune with the energies earlier than others are. And those who are in tune with the energies earlier have the responsibility to disperse that energy in a benevolent way for the others in their environment. So some of you being in this energy that we're discussing here are benefiting your whole freaking neighborhood and you don't even know it. But let's clarify why the king is here. Thank you. We have opportunity beckons. Yes, this is an opportunity for you to lead, for you to show benevolence, show how you can work this energy flow. This is an opportunity at hand for you to step into your power and lead with it. You can follow the lemmings and jump off the bridge of despair if you care to, or you can step up this vibration and do this soul warrior work that is a calling on your heart. And how do you do that? I mean, you do that first off by sustaining the energy for yourself and then being willing to put it out there and share. Okay. So let's look at the creator position, which is what is driving you in new directions right now. The creator, this is a stimulant. We have artists. Look at this. I did mention a lot of people stepping up, doing their talents and their gifts and their skills. What is driving right now is what you are creatively good at. This is about creating something where nothing existed before, creating expiring works that move others as well. So some of you are spending time painting and drawing or making your YouTube videos or making music. You know, that you're going to see a surge of creative talents come out of this situation for sure. As people have gone more introspectively and not been able to get out and express their talents and their abilities in the public the way they usually do, you're gonna find, you know, new shit at the open mic. You're gonna find new songs from those who are writing. You're gonna find new messages from those who are delivering, from those messengers. You know, this is about being driven to create at this time, to create a work of beauty where things come together in a beautiful complementary way, using the energy of color, using the skills and abilities of your hands. Okay, I'm going to put these back in the deck. Let's go ahead and pull a clarifier for this artist in our creator position. Why is the artist here in the creator position? We have rest and reconsider. Yes, there is. Look at this. This is so isolated. This is like being on your own. Can't go nowhere. Got to stay here. We're in quarantine. What we going to do? We're going to create. We're going to create. We're going to be extremely creative right now. That painting, that drawing, that poem, that song, those clothes you was going to sew, that meal you was going to make. Ain't no excuses no more, baby. You ain't got nowhere to go. Now get to it, okay? What is a sustainer? What's going to help you maintain a balanced and healthy lifestyle at this time? We have the child wounded. Interesting. Look at, although there is a child wounded, there is a person. There's a person here who is covering you over with a blanket of protection. So I feel like anywhere where you're holding on to wounds, you have this oversoul energy here that's protecting you, that's keeping you safe, secure, and warm. They are surrounding you. So I also get, with this oversoul energy, I get ancestors, passed on loved ones, your angels. It's like, whoo, spirit is all the way live. They all the way live right now, all up in our space, because they know what we're going through is unprecedented. Okay, especially during the times that we're living in, the way that we live today. There's never been a situation like this. Yeah, there was a bubonic plague before, But there was not the ability to connect through technology like this. And there wasn't the ability to enjoy the luxuries that we still have as there is now. And so to clarify this child wounded, we have the Seek card. This is the Hermit energy, Major Arcana number 9. Look at, there's your ancestors. There's your past on loved ones. That's my mom and dad up there, them little bluebirds. Who are your bluebirds? Are these your spirit guides? Are these your mom and dad too? Who are these people that absolutely love you? They're watching you. And what are you doing? What sustains you? You in that meditation pose. You in your spirit. You opening your spiritual ears to hear it. This is about soul searching. Some of you at this time are going to be dealing with your childhood wounds while you're having to, some of you are having to sit in the house with some family members you ain't really never told something to from your childhood that is still affecting your energy. And this is an opportunity to process that. It's safe to do that right now. People are going to be more willing to be open to be of assistance right now. Okay. So what is the destroyer energy? Something that it behooves you to remove from your life at this time. We have gossip. Yeah, there's a lot of stories going on out there. You can go as deep as you want to into talking all fucking day and night about some conspiracies, about the Illuminatis, about the fucking Baphomets, about the demons, about all the bullshit that's going on and who got jacked for what and who didn't work out what way. Yeah, all that stuff does not behoove you. Do not listen to gossip, malicious, ugly speech, low vibrational conversation. It needs to be all the way out of the door. Remove that from your energy. Clarify why this gossip card is here. Let's start. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Solar plexus chakra. Because this is about you using your willpower to move in the direction of what you're choosing, and listening to all that stuff is not behoove you. News. Remove yourself from the news. It's going to dim your light. It's going to steal your joy. It will steal your joy. If everybody in America turned off the news and just enjoyed time doing their arts, healing with their families, or healing on your own. Some of you are alone at home. That's fine too. Some of you really like it that way, don't you? Some of you are learning now that you don't like it that way as much as you thought you did, ain't you? Either way, we can spend our time there, and we would find somehow everything would right itself in our world. We don't have to know how. That's what Love Source God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, is there for. Love Source God is in tune on every single human on this planet. What they can do, what they will do, how they can be useful in maneuvering these energies and pushing breakthroughs and causing effect, and cause and effect. Thank you for clarifying that. And everyone is, trust and believe, being used. Some of us are going to be in this energy, instead of spending our time sitting around talking and bitching and complaining about what's going wrong. You sitting up here creating, oh boy, this is going to be part of that new energy, that new world, baby. A whole new world. All right. And trust and believe that the times we're living in have been prophesied by many for thousands of years. These are the times we're living in right now. So let's go ahead and look at the next card that we have coming out for you, which is the position of the light. The light being our active consciousness, the cosmic assistance, the guidance towards fulfillment. Let's see what card we have coming out in our light position. We have the child orphan. Wow. So as far as the active consciousness, the collective right now, what they're learning is they are so small in a big old world, but they are still so connected. Listeners, God is here reaching out and saying, you know what? You are supported. And there is somebody who shines bright. This reminds me of the movie The Little Prince. Somebody needs to go watch that movie too. You need to watch Cloud Atlas and The Little Prince. This is about learning to take care of yourself and breaking the fears of survival, breaking that fight or flight survival mode. It's no longer survival time, honey. You know how to survive just fine. Now it's time to thrive. It's time for thriving. That is what's coming up. Let's clarify this light position. Our sun energy, what we know consciously. We have change your focus. Yes, exactly. Because some people are going to sit in that orphan abandonment energy. But us right here, what we do, we are going to change our focus and get more into how we are connected to the universe. We're connected to the world. The things that we do matter. Our point of a focus matters. So we're going to use our focus in an empowering way to contribute to the positive outcomes that we all as a humanity desire. But some of us are more skilled than others at being the energy sustainers of it, at transmuting energies. And trust and believe, when you do the healing inside, what you put out, you get back. So you're going to see it reflected in your brothers and sisters in humanity. I've been saying for a long time, every time we choose to heal, the energy is more potent. It's vibrating higher for others to easily reach up and grab that healing energy for themselves as well. So what's going on in the position of the dark, our subconscious, the spiritual realm, the intuitive side. Okay, let's see what card we have coming out. Is the victim. Subconsciously, that victim energy is coming up. Wow. And we are talking about the collective. So a lot of people in the collective right now are dealing with feeling victimized, focused on it's not fair, it's not right. You know what? It may not be fair. It may not be exactly right. But sitting in that victim mentality prevents you from moving forward. It also is somebody who tends to subconsciously look for pity, look for somebody to feel bad for them. And because you're in that place, for those of you who are embracing this still, who are dealing with this coming up right now, it causes you to not have healthy boundaries. So there's somebody out there who's giving too much because they don't want to be the victim. They're too afraid to take care of themselves. But this card coming up in this position says, we have the chance to step up as a collective and not allow ourselves to be victimized. They may be able to pass laws and control how we move or where we move and shit like that. They can tell us we can close our businesses down and shit like that. But what they can't do is tell you how you need to feel. They can't tell you how you need to feel. They can't tell you what you need to think. They can't tell you to believe that you are less than what you are. They cannot remove your divine nature from you, no matter what they do. The only ones that can do and have any control over that is you. So let's clarify, why is the victim in our dark cluster sky? Why is the victim showing up in the moon energy? Because the heart chakra. This energy is about opening up that love energy, that heart chakra energy. Anywhere where you have been made to feel victim because of some circumstances that help formulate that program within you. It's time to, as it's triggered, delve into it and inject love into those crevices. I see a needle going into tight spaces and crevices and injecting love into it. Literally, you could think about what hurts and just cry it out and inject by thought, by word, by spoken word, by writing love energy into it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Everything is always working out for me. I'm the divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. Everything here is happening on my behalf for my benefit, that I thrive. I know this is too, and somehow it will come through and I will understand. And I'm okay with that. The foundation for the whole spread, the premise for the spread, we have the Fool. This is about a new beginning. This is about what we wanted to believe was not there being revealed. The mask coming off. My daughter's been going through it. My own child been going through it. She's realizing that her world, as it's been presented to her, is not what she's been presented with. She's uncovering a lot of the darkness that's out there. And that is what is going on in society as a whole. The darkness is being uncovered because the Fool is the beginning and the ending of the traditional tarot. Now, we're not dealing with the traditional tarot here, but this is about new beginnings. With every ending comes a new beginning. This is what we're talking about here. This is about pulling off the facade, the fake shit. I always say it because, I do dope ass nails, but give it about, 6 to 12 weeks. Yeah, 6 to 12 weeks. That's how long the nails stay on before they start lifting off on their own. I mean, assuming you're not picking on them, using them as lollipops and shit like that, because that's not what nails are for. The whole reason I bring up my nail business in this is because, honey, I am the dopest nail tech you'll ever meet. And I cannot make these things stay on forever. And even if they are on forever, they're going to grow out. They're going to need maintenance. They're going to need feels. Why are we saying that? Because no matter what, without all that maintenance, fake falls off of real. Okay? And the energy is no longer maintaining fake. We were in a dark energy for a long time, but the pendulum has shifted and begun to swing the other way. It's time for a redistribution of wealth and power. A new place. So let's see. Why is the Fool here? I like the light attribute. I'm just going to read this from the card. The light attribute says fearlessly revealing emotion without reservation, putting the feelings out there. And then it goes on to say helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Some of the stuff that's going on right now is really absurd and absolutely hypocritical. All that stuff is being removed. The throat chakra comes out as the clarifier for the Fool card. Throat chakra. Speak up. Speak up. Speak it out. Pray. Use your words to cast the perfect spells over our brothers and sisters of humanity, over yourself, over your planet. You live here. This is your planet. Speak some blessings over it. Speak some power over it. We are all that needs to go being removed so that the truth can shine through. Okay? This has been our Tetraktys spread, Cloud Atlas Tetraktys. Go watch the movie Cloud Atlas. Go watch the movie Cloud Atlas. Go watch The Little Prince. And come back and watch this video again as often as you need to. Because this is all about your empowerment and what you have the power to do. This was about being that spiritual warrior, remember? Spiritual warrior. I am a warrior, putting your energy towards building the world that you want at this time, okay? Guys, that's what I have for you now. I hope you have given this video a thumbs up. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Let me correct my speech. Let me correct myself real quick. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for being tuned in, tapped, and turned on. I'll be back with more videos for you. Go watch other videos. We got a bunch of zodiac sign videos and just a whole bunch of awesome stuff that's come off this channel. Is that what we do? All right. Love you. Laters.